Hello, my name is Trina Baker, and this is my creative project for Fort Hays State University's Introduction to Cognitive Psychology. For my creative project, I have chosen to use fiber art to demonstrate long-term memory concepts that were discussed in Chapter 6 of the text. Fiber arts themselves, like sewing, knitting, and crochet, provide a good example of non-declarative or implicit long-term memory. This type of long-term memory is for skills and procedures that have become automatic over time, but were not that way to begin with. I had to initially learn to sew, knit, and crochet, and with time it has become an automated process that I do not have to think about. I can listen to music or watch a movie while working on a project at the same time. My primary focus with this project is declarative or explicit long-term memory, particularly long-term memory that is episodic or recalling personal experience and events. This type of long-term memory requires conscious recall or mental time travel, as the text puts it. Also applicable to this project are long-term memory concepts of retrieval, including redintegration, the domino effect of memory, context-dependent memory, transfer-appropriate processing, remembering something in the same context in which it originally occurred, and consolidation, learning new things reinforces older memories. To illustrate these long-term memory concepts, I have provided some photos of some of the projects I have completed in the past. This is a pineapple doily that I crocheted from a book of patterns that I received from a family friend. This is a knitted sweater that is made from a very bulky yarn. This is a picture of my oldest daughter's baby blanket. Here we have several hats. One on the bottom there is made by hand, and the top two were made by my knitting machine. This is the scarf that I made for my husband for Christmas when we were engaged. The matching hat that I made the next Christmas is the hat that's shown on the previous slide. The project that I am currently working on is a scarf made from yarn that was left over from other projects. When I'm working on this scarf, I'm reminded of the projects I have previously worked on with each yarn color and others that were made that were similar in color or texture. I used the soft white yarn to make a simple blanket for my baby sister when I was fairly new to knitting as a teenager. I bought more of the same brand of soft yarn to later make blankets for my friends' kids and my nephew when they were born. The bargain green yarn reminds me of an alligator scarf I made for my cousin, as well as several hats I made for men in my family when I was excited to first use my knitting machine. The multicolor blue yarn, if you'll notice, it's the same yarn that I used to make my daughter's baby blanket. So it was left over from my eldest daughter's baby blanket. I started making it before finding out her gender. I'm reminded not only of the projects, but of the individuals I was making something for. I think about their reactions, our relationships then and now, and about other memories that I have with them. I also think about the feelings that I had about what was going on in my life at the time I was creating these projects. I was excited to give a gift, nervous whether or not they would like it, and self-conscious during some of the earlier projects since I was worried about the stereotypes associated with fiber arts at the time. I worried that people felt that the fiber arts were outdated for older ladies or grandmas and not for someone in her teens. Thankfully, fiber art has rebounded in popularity, especially with the integration of online communities, so it now seems to be a more common and positively viewed pastime. This yet unfinished scarf also reminds me that I am still adding to my memories and knowledge. New projects build on the experience that I gained from previous projects. New learning and memories often build on prior knowledge and memories, even reinforcing them through consolidation to strengthen the memories and connections between them. The unfinished state also reminds me that I can still swap out some of the yarn for another, much like how long-term memories can still be altered at times by ourselves or by others. If you are not currently taking this class with me, here is the reference for the textbook. You can likely find a copy through your college bookstore or directly through the publisher's site. I hope this presentation was informative and helped reinforce some of your knowledge about some of the concepts involved in long-term memory. Thank you so much for watching.